Good morning from me and my shadow. I'm going to tell you guys my little hack when I get home on how I basically get a week's worth of double shot espresso Americanos with some pretty good espresso for less than $2. And actually today it was free, and I'll tell you how I did that. So I have a week's worth of Americanos right here for myself, absolutely free. Very exciting. All right. So let me explain my little hack to you. And a little disclaimer, if you're a bougie coffee person or a coffee snob or whatever you want to say, this may not be for you, but I will say that I've had coffee and espresso in all of the regions that I feel like are best known for it. So in Italy, Costa Rica, Colombia, Hawaii, Nicaragua, like all of the places that supposedly have some of the best coffee, I have gotten coffee from those places and appreciate it. And you can definitely tell the difference between good coffee and not so good coffee. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks. To me, it's pretty bitter. If you haven't had 7-Eleven coffee, or I should specifically say, not coffee, espresso. They, if you didn't know, have an espresso machine, I think since last year. I think it's fairly recent. Could be wrong, but at least within the last couple of years. And you can make yourself all of the espresso drinks. So you can make yourself lattes or flat white or cappuccino or Americanos, which is just espresso and water, which is my typical go-to drink. Or you can just get a double espresso shot. And they have two options for the type of espresso: medium roast, and they have dark roast. Both are pretty good. But now let me tell you my hack. So in here, this is the smallest they have. They don't have, say, a special cup if you just want to get the double espresso option. So you have to use a small cup. I was getting some the other day, and I was going to get an Americano, but then I'm like, wait a second. Why don't I just fill up this small cup, which I believe is, I want to say it's 12 ounces, and make my Americano, or whatever I want to make, at home, because I prefer to doctor things up, and I typically make my coffee when I have it at home. So here's my little hack for you. Go to 7-Eleven and put one of these small cups under that espresso machine and choose your double espresso option. And basically, you just want to fill up this small cup with double espresso shots. Now, this small cup of coffee, anything you get in this cup over at 7-Eleven, came to $1.91, so less than $2. And I fit 5 double espresso shots in here, which, if you didn't know, one espresso shot should be 1 ounce. So a double espresso shot is 2 ounces. So this is 10 ounces full. Oh, and just to confirm, because I did do this already a time before, but just to show you, their machine is really accurate. This should come to 10 ounces because it is 5 double espresso shots. So let's just pour it in there and confirm it is pretty much perfectly. Look at that. Their machine is so accurate. I was really impressed by that because usually, you know, it might not be. Hi! For me, I say this lasts a week. 1, because I don't have coffee every day. And 2, when I do, I'm not going to have more than 2 espresso shots or a double espresso shot in my Americano. So basically, you go to 7-Eleven, you bring $2 with you, you hit the button 5 times for the double, 5 times for the double espresso to fill this up just enough, put a lid on it, pay for it, bring it home. I happen to have a milk frother machine. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get it off Amazon. I'll link it below if you're interested. So you can make a latte and you can put the foamy froth on top. But my typical thing I like to do when I have coffee is 2 ounces of espresso. I always put a little bit of cocoa powder, so I call it my hot choffee, basically, because it's kind of like a hot chocolate with some coffee in it. Personally, put some collagen in it, some stevia, and almond milk to top it off, and that's pretty much how I enjoy it. Oh, and side note, if you don't have it on your phone already, I do strongly suggest downloading the 7-Eleven app. Hey, Alfred, come on in. Because they always do a 6 coffees or 6 drinks. I think it's any drinks. You buy 6 drinks, you get your 7th free. So every 7th week, you can get an entire free week of at-home Americanos if you get their double espresso and use this way. And of course, they have medium and large cups too. I just go with the small because, again, this is going to be in the fridge for 5 days. And, 5 days, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good deal already. And you might want to just get more fresh espresso after that long. Even at Starbucks, the tall Americano is 2 shots of espresso. And I want to say the tall is $2 and something, like at least $2.50 or so per drink. So you're basically getting yourself a week's worth, or at least 5 days worth of tall Americanos from Starbucks, and this is better tasting, if I'm honest, for the same price as one. So yes, download their app because you also get points whenever you purchase things, and every time you have up to 500 points, that equals a reward. You have options, but you can get a free coffee with your 500 points, and they add up really quick. They have a pretty good reward system. Right, Alfred? So let me know if you've thought of this. Let me know if you have done this before, or if you're like, Alfred, I'm trying to share something special here. I will clean your eyeballs in a moment, sweetheart. Yeah, just let me know if you find this helpful. You guys know I share some random stuff on here, and fortunately, it has been proven to be helpful according to the many comments I get on the many random videos for many random things, plus cat stuff. Right, Alfred? You're gonna be cute? Yes, you are. Oh. Okay, he's had enough. Have an awesome day, and we will see you in the next video. Say bye.